Hello people of the internet, this is Kelly from Nice Lady Productions, and you've seen this camera before, but what you haven't seen is what I've been looking everywhere for, which is a proper review of the video capabilities of the Nikon D7000. So here we go, I'm going to take you through it right now. One of the main issues with this camera, and everybody and their dog has talked about this online, is the fact that you cannot change aperture while shooting video unless you have a lens with an aperture dial on it, which this lens does not. So the only way to change aperture in live view on the Nikon D7000 is to get out of live view and change your aperture, either using the top here, top dial, or you can look through the viewfinder. But what some people are not also talking about is the fact that you cannot change exposure compensation while shooting manually in video mode. I have no idea why they did this, but this is true. So you can't do that, and you cannot view the light meter. It cannot be done. So how do you shoot with the D7000 in manual mode and shoot a video? Here we go. We're going to go through it. Of course, turn on your camera. Make sure you're in manual mode. Make sure your lens is on manual if you don't have a manual lens. Make sure the body is on manual. Oh my god, so many manual settings. And then of course in the menu you want to make sure, let's try and get this in focus here, movie settings, that the last one is chosen, which is manual movie settings. Otherwise it won't let you do hardly anything. Okay, so that's the settings, that's a setup. Now another thing you want to do is you want to make sure that your picture styles are set. Hit the switch right here. Now we're in live view mode. And say I want to take a video of that chair. Well, before I even focus anything, I want to figure out if my settings are going to be correct. You can see them here at the bottom of the screen. I have the shutter speed of 1/50th of a second. I have f1.8. And I have an ISO of 320. Now, how do I know this is going to be correct? Because unfortunately, with the D7000, there is no meter on the live view. There's no metering. I don't know if this is going to turn out correctly. So the way to check is a little workaround. You hit the switch. You get out of live view. You look inside your viewfinder. You change your aperture. And when you change your aperture, of course, you can see the meter changing with it. And I will usually take a photo. And then what I do is I flip through the settings, check my histogram of my photo, and it'll also show me if anything is blown out on the image. You can see it here. The nice thing is I know everything before I start filming anything about what my shot's going to look like, if it's going to be blown out, if it's going to be exposed correctly. I can kind of rest assured that it's all set up. I'm going to, of course, do a plus minus on this, and I'm going to check my focus. Give me a break because I'm focusing within a camera, but I'm going to set my focus, and then I'm ready to rock and roll, and all I have to do is hit record. And with this camera, the awesome thing with this camera is it gives me my safe bars here. I know that if this chair is in this area, it's not going to be recorded. And I can record for 20 minutes with this camera in one shot, which is awesome for documentaries. You don't have to keep stopping it every 5 seconds, which was one of the hindrances with the digital SLRs. We're going to check out some of the footage from some handheld stuff, just shot to show you picture styles and what you can get out of this camera with the standard picture style and with more of a neutral picture style. Picture styles are so important, and you can really see the difference with this footage. HDMI Out, when you hit record, seems to downgrade to 720p. That I've seen and that I've read in the manual. It has dual card slot, which is awesome for video. I cannot tell you how much that's come in handy, and it's just got a great build. It's weatherproof So there it is. The video capabilities of the Nikon D7000 with some limitations, but hey, nobody's perfect and you're really buying into a system with great lenses.